What's up, everybody? It's Crumb of the Crumb Investments, and one is back at you again with another video. And today's video is going to be a back testing video slash weekly forecast. All right, so we're gonna go over the trades I took for this week on EU and the indices, and then we'll go over weekly forecast for those as well in cryptos. All right. So as always, we will start off with the dollar. All right, so in my last weekly forecast, I did want the dollar to it was right up in here. I'm always bullish until it reaches my 50% retracement, which I'll show you in a minute. But I did want to clear these lows right up in here. I wanted to come here, clear those lows, and then run off. But we did not do that. We ran right into this higher low, because this is structure right here, and we can't forget that. So it hasn't stopped making higher highs and higher lows out there. Broke this structure right here, and as it kept making higher highs and higher lows, continue back up. So it never broke structure. So we do have to keep that in mind. Even though it was liquidity sitting right down there, this was still the higher low, going off the bigger time frames. All right, so we do have to keep that in mind. So now we're playing with a whole different other range. All right, so this is the daily chart. So we do have a daily order block down here. All right, so and we do have this break and retest area right here, and this also aligns with the 50% retracement right here. So I'll be looking for some kind of pullback, and we do have this little bit of liquidity right up in here. But we'll see what happens going into later today, until London tomorrow. Because I mean, we could just sit around here and kind of consolidate in between here and then shoot up, or we can come in here, bounce, come in here and then shoot up. But still bullish. I'm always, well, not always bullish, but I'm bullish until it hits. Zoom out a little bit. This weekly retracement. So if you've been watching my weekly forecast, you know we were still aiming for this target point, this weekly retracement, and it lines up with this last bit of structure right up in here. So that is where I'll be aiming for, and I'll be looking for buys until then. Alrighty, so I'll be looking for some kind of pullback this week until this 50% retracement, or a little bit deeper into this daily order block down there. So with that being said, I'll be looking for the opposite with EU, and I also go over the trades I made with EU. Alrighty, drop down here. All right, so this was London right up in here. So I did actually call this trade out on my weekly forecast. So if you was following along with me, you would have caught this trade too, because I called this out when it was right up in here when I was going over my weekly forecast last week. But we had an order block right up in here. Tapped in, broke structure, had all our confirmations, and it shot up. And my target was where is it at? This order block right up here. So that's where I took my second partials right up in there, and then my first partials was right up in this house. And yeah, so we caught that. What was that, Monday? Monday morning in London. Yeah, right at, what time is that? 4 o'clock. Yeah, 4 o'clock. Or yeah, 4 o'clock. When it spiked in, play that out, took profit. We took another trade. All right, and this trade. All right, so with this being a bigger time frame area of interest right up in here, I was looking for sales down. So I did see this sell right up in here. However, it was news, so I did send this out to the team. However, I personally didn't take that, but I did tell them that it was going to be news. So be mindful of this sell right here off this order block, because we did break structure. So came here and made a new broke structure, new lower low, failed to make a new higher high, broke structure again, looking to play off of that to keep going down. But we didn't get that. We came from with a big sweep because we had a lot of news come in, swept, and then it went down towards this bearish structure. So we got taken out there. I think that's the only two trades I had for EU, if I'm not mistaken. Play this out actually. Come here with it. Oh, okay, yeah, we had a trade up in here. So this trade, this was bad risk management by me. All right, so overall, we are bearish. However, in between these two black lines here is a 4-hour order block on all the way in 2020. I want to say. Let's come in here. All right, yeah. See, right between these two black lines, I just went ahead and drew it out, and I said end of. I had the beginning of a 4-hour order block, and I just had the end of a 4-hour order block. So I'm aware that this is a 4-hour order block, and I'm aware that we have been bearish for a minute, so we will need some kind of pullback. So that same pullback that I'm looking for the dollar, I'm looking for EU. So just an opposite reverse. So like I said, looking for this 50% pullback, and it gives me even more confluence because I do see this little bit of liquidity sitting down there. Oh, but then again, it could just burst up. You never know. But depending on what the dollar is doing, I'll be looking for buys up in this area because, like I said, this is a 4-hour order block, and then I'm looking for some kind of reversal trade. We do have this 30-minute order block down up in here. So I'll see how the market reacts come London. We could just push right through this, or we could bounce around in here, get some kind of bullish confirmation to get buys all the way up. And if we do get that, I'll definitely be sending out into the Discord. So we have these highs, this a little bit of liquidity right up in here. See these equal highs right up in here. Right here. And then we also have some liquidity resting right up in here. So we could target that, but overall, I'll be targeting this 50% retracement. And then I'll get out and I'll read it, analyze, and see what we can get next. But I did take this trade on EU. What was this? This was Thursday, I want to say. And I was actually on live stream when we took this call or took this trade. However, it was bad risk management by me. So my risk management plan is to take profit at the first area of interest that I seen. So my first area of interest was these highs right here, right at a 3-to-1. My second take profit was here, but we didn't get there. So however, this push up right here, so I entered on a 5-minute. All right, so seeing this bracket structure right here on this 5-minute area of interest, and which validated this OB for me. So I took it right off of there, as you see it wicked right in, and then came up almost to my take profit right up in here, and then shot down. And when it shot down, I went ahead and exited with about 1% profit right up in here. However, because I'm not perfect, I like even on my live stream, I have a fear of loss sometimes, and greed still hits me too. My psychology is not 100% perfect. Nobody's is. It's always a work in progress. But this is just a perfect example right here. I got too fearful, and I thought it had a higher probability of knocking me out instead of just leaving my stop loss in originally, and it would have hit my first TP like it did here. My first TP perfectly, wick right through and then drop. But if I would have followed my original risk management plan, I would have hit my first TP, and my second position would have been at break even. So it would have broke me even, but however, I would have came out with more profit overall because it hit my original TP, because it had spiked down in here, and I got fearful, and I thought it was going to be a high probability of me just taking me out. So I went ahead and closed my position for about 1%, and I could have ended up getting over 1%. I usually take profit or 80% of my profit off at first TP, which is roughly about 2.5%. So that was a mistake by me. So I think that was the last call I had on EU. Yeah, so I definitely I'll go ahead and show y'all in my notes here. Let's go. But I like that the volatility is still up. We're still getting a lot of good trades. Where are we at? Which one was that? Right here. Alright, so as y'all can see, entered right off that order block. Trades closed manually. See bullishness, high probability target getting taken out before it's hit TP. And I always gotta be honest with myself. Bad win. Stick to our original bias. Close target. Or I should have put close manually. As I see, target one reached, but target TP took it out at break even. Trust your trade. So that is just a little lesson for me and you that you can learn from. Always stick to your original analysis because it's more probable. Because if that's the entry point that's invalid, you should always stick to your original analysis and just stick to your overall bias on the market because you did backtest and research on it. But you live and learn. But at least we did come up with some profit, so I'm grateful for that. So overall, we have been just tanking. We broke these lows, and like I said, we for EU, I did want to take out this monthly high. Looking at it last week from my weekly forecast, I did want to take out this monthly high and then come bearish, but however, like I said, it came right into this area of interest, right here, and then tanked. All right, so we'll just be looking for pullback, and like I said, we're in this 4-hour area of interest from all the way back from 2020. So I like to see some kind of bullish pressure to get in for buys, but if we don't, I'll just continue looking for sales. So if you blow right through this area and keep going bearish, but we'll see what we get in London. But if we do get some bearishness, this would be my long-term target, and we have some short-term targets right up here with this liquidity up here, and it could come back pushing all the way up here. We will just have to wait and see. So I'm interested to just see how London opens. If you get bullish pressure, I'll be bullish for the beginning of the week until we see it get to one of these areas of interest, and then I'm back bearish. So see if we can get it here, so we can get some bullish pressure, come in here maybe, and get and you can take off from there. We'll see what kind of price action we're getting here, or it can bounce in here, come here, and then go, or it can just keep going. But I'd have more probabilities that it's gonna keep selling off because, like I said, we are in a huge bearish market, and the dollar is in a huge bullish market right now. All right, and it still hasn't reached my bullish target, that 50% retracement. So that is my bias on EU, along with the back tested trades that we took. And yeah. All right, so let's move on to the indices. I already kind of marked them up here. Still bullish on the indices. We did get a down week last week. I was looking for a play in here for NAS last week, in which I didn't get any really confirmation, so I didn't play anything in there. I did send this out to the team. I personally didn't get into. I think they may have got in on some buys there, and then I was looking for this area of interest right here, which we didn't get any kind of confirmation on. Blew right through. And then I was looking, if it kept going, I was looking down up in here. But since we have reversed now, and since we have broken structure, I will be playing this order block right here, this hour order block, and this is just 50% of this overall retracement. I have some other confirmations in there that we usually look for, but essentially this is a free play. If this happens during London, I'll be very interested in taking this at least until this area of interest, maybe. And we do have these equal highs sitting right up in here. All right, so don't be surprised if it just blows right through this thing, because we are overall bullish on the indices. And another indice that I look at, it has even more confluence with that, but that's more so for my long-term investors up in here with the longer-term indices. But get at me if you want to get involved in that group. I'll add you for free if you are interested for long-term investments here. But that's neither here or there. But yeah, so essentially what I'll be looking for NAS is a pullback here and keep going bullish. We might get a little stutteration, but I'm still overall bullish because, like I said, we are bullish overall. Zoom out real quick. Yeah, see, overall bullish. So I'm still bullish on the indices, and it's even more confirmation since we broke that structure. But we'll see what we can get up in here. All right, and US30. I was looking for this area of interest right here, and I did catch a trade right up in here, because overall we did come into our bigger time frame area of interest. So I was looking. Where is it at? All right, so I was looking. I'm gonna work for me. I was looking at here, but I personally didn't like the time. It was like 2 o'clock. I don't trade at 2 o'clock, so I could have probably found some buys in there, but didn't. And then it came to my next area of interest, which I did find some buys because we're lining up with time, and we did have this pattern that I usually look for and teach. Right up in here, just break a structure pattern here, and was looking to get buys in here, and we did get a little bit of buys, but however, with the indices, they are very tricky. They will sweep the liquidity of the liquidity. So we did have this 15-minute order block right here, in which I was playing off of, because we did have this overall break of structure right here, and which validated that for me right there, overall in a bigger area time frame area of interest. So we did get a pop here. I'll show you this one too right here. So we did get a pop here. I was shooting for this overall TP, but however, as you notice, it came back and took me out and then shot. But I did see it coming back down, and I ended up closing with a little bit of profit on that trade, just not much. But it was honestly bad risk management, because I was supposed to just leave it at break even. I wasn't really supposed to profit any on that, but I did profit a little bit on this spike up right here, because it did go to 3-1 right up in here. So it did go to 3-1. So once it went 3-1, I have rules personally that I use for my personal risk management plan, to either move up to break even or take profit, which I did take a little bit of profit. I took a little bit of profit right there. Actually, right on 2.5 on this trade right here. So I did profit a little bit, and it took me out, swept this liquidity down here, and then shot up to my original TP, which was sitting right at these highs. But personally, I don't have anything for US30 right now. I'm bullish on it. I'm waiting for it to get into this area of interest right here, because we did break all this structure. But like I said, we're bullish, so I'm not too inclined to sell. It really has to show me that it's going bearish for me to sell. So still bullish, but I don't see really anything to play off of. We can possibly play off of this area right here. But I like NAS and US500, which I haven't went over the US500 just yet, but I'll show you in a minute. So I'm on ice on US30 for now. Really not. Other than bullishness, we'll see what we get in this. Put alert right here on what's this area of interest, 36255. You can just say that. But I like NAS and US500 a little bit better. So similar to the NAS100, US500 usually has precedence over all the indices, because it's just a bigger basket of stocks, 500 stocks. So it did spike perfectly into our area of interest, but I didn't play this because it just didn't give me an opportunity to play anything down here. And then it hit it like 2 o'clock, so I didn't get any confirmation to play anything down here. However, we have broken structure right here, and we just broken structure right here at the end of the day. So I'll be looking for a retracement back into this OB right here. You can either go aggressive or conservative entry, depending on what you like, but I don't think it will go past this area to keep going bullish. And we do have this order block right above these highs that you can play. So actually, let me go ahead and mark that up. This area of interest right here. That we can play similar to NAS. But yeah, I'll be interested in a pullback here, get some stutteration here, and then keep going long. So yeah, that is what I would want to see on the indices. And let's take a look at crypto, see what we got. It's not crypto, it's crypto. All right, so I did have this buy area here, because we did break out of that other range. I went ahead and deleted all that because we had buys right up in here, which then it went ahead and broke this high, and now it's made a new higher high. So this is my new range. So I'd say for my long-term investors, anything below this point is a discounted price, and anything in this pink area is great buys. And then until it breaks this low, I really won't be interested in anything else but buys, because like I said, we're very bullish on Bitcoin as well, and Ethereum, same thing, similar things. So we did have this. I'm not interested in. I was just looking at this for backtesting material, but we do have a 15-minute order block right here, and looking for some kind of confirmations that I teach right up in here to go bullish. Have this little bit of liquidity sitting up here, and we can then make a new all-time high. And that range is simply just stemming from this swing high to this swing low. Went ahead and fibbed it out. And same thing, similar things as Bitcoin. So good buy areas up in here, valid buy areas below this 50, and if it breaks this low, we might be going into for a little bearish trend, but I don't think it will, personally. But you never know with these markets, especially cryptos. You have no idea. That's why I'm not really day trading it. I am back testing it. I have some pretty good back testing profits off of it. But not no live trades have been taken off any cryptos. I do have long-term investments in cryptos though. So I did catch a buy in here for long-term. But I'm even if it breaks through this point, I'm still gonna keep that buy, and I'm just gonna look for other buys, personally. But yeah, so still bullish pretty much on Bitcoin, and Ethereum. So we'll see what we can get there. And I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Join me on my live calls and my signals. Definitely recommend doing both. Would not recommend just doing signals. Not really big fan of signals. That's why I put a picture of it, my risk management plans, my personal risk management plans on how I manage to trade. And yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Creme of the Creme is out. Peace, y'all.